I'm Roger.
And I'm Adam.
And welcome to another episode of RC Street Shop's Product of the Week.
Has it been a week already?
A whole 7 days.
Woohoo! Here we go! So what are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about the Kyosho Scorpion XXL VE.
It is huge.
Don't lick it. Good God.
Okay.
Okay.
It's big.
It is big.
Not, what, 7th scale. Not
They call it 7th scale, but it's really, yeah, I mean, I can see that. It's bigger than a 8th scale, not quite a 5th scale, but it's bitchin'. It's a cool car. It's, you know, and it's XXL.
XXL VE. So the Scorpion XXL VE by Kyosho.
Yes. So Kyosho's kind of nailed the market that wasn't really there. This is this comes in 2 versions, electric and gas. This is the electric one we have here, which I like personally. I like the electric one a lot. It's really cool. It runs the 8 scale Orion motor system. And it's big. It's probably close to 2 feet long.
Mm-hmm.
And what's nice about it is it's a big car, big components, a tough car. We've seen Kyosho come out here and personally just beat this thing up in front of our store. I've always been amazed at how durable this car is. We've sold a lot of these in the store, and there's 2 reasons for that. Number one is it's a really good product, very durable, really good word of mouth. Whenever we have a customer that buys one, they're always totally stoked about how good of a car it is. Number 2 is this car is at a great price point for a big car.
Yes, this not going to break the bank. I was actually surprised by that.
Right. You know, if you want to get into big 5th scale cars, things like that, you're looking at spending at least like $800 or $900. If you want something that's not a pile of crap, you're gonna have to spend over $1,000. So with this car here, it's got the size. It's almost 5th scale size. But the price is literally like half of what you'd spend on a 5th scale car. I believe that we sell this in the shop for $600, and that's a good price for a car of this size and this quality. And the components on this thing are beefy. It's got nice, big, beefy shocks. Tires are big. The lights are really cool. Kyosho has a light kit to go on here that has actual LEDs that just these lights are attached with body clips. Unpull them off, put the lights in. And they're bright enough to where you can put light on the ground and you're driving it at night.
Yeah, they serve to be able to see where you're going. Yeah.
Super, super cool car. Comes with their synchro radio system, which is a digital radio. It's a nice radio. I mean, you get a lot of value with this car when you buy it. It's not like you're going to buy it and be like, well, I need to change the radio, I should change the motor. This has a great motor, a great radio with it. And what's cool is if you want to upgrade it, go faster, there's a lot of options for that too, because they went with an 8 scale motor system. Oh,
they did? Okay, because I was going to say, 7th scale is kind of an odd place to be.
It is.
But if they're using 1/8 scale...
Right, it's essentially a big 8 scale car is what it is. But it's not, I mean... I say that and it makes it sound like, oh, well, we just took an 8 scale car and made it bigger. This car really is, it's a heavy car, but it's got really beefy components on it. And like I said, I've seen people just tear this thing up and it comes back for beating after beating after beating.
So big cars are you know, obviously, well, I think they're on a lot of people's minds right now because I know Trax has recently released their X-Max.
Right.
And we get a lot of folks coming in asking about the 1/5 scale stuff from time to time. But the downside to those big vehicles is they're not really super fast. Like they do 35 miles an hour about there. What is this guy going to do? This
should do, so this has an Orion motor system, which I mentioned before. It's good for a 4S battery, a 4S LiPo, which is a lot of power, but this is a big car. I would say it should probably do 45 miles an hour on a 4S. It's fast. I mean, it's not crazy fast, but it's fast. And this thing going 45 miles an hour is pretty crazy. One of the nice things that they did with this car is since they based it off of 8 scale components, you can use 8 scale motors, so like a Mama Max Pro or a Tekin system, any of the high end or even middle of the road 8 scale systems that will take a 6S battery will go into this. And on a 6S, this thing should fly 50, 60 miles an hour. And another nice thing about it too is since it's based off of 8 scale components, they use 8 scale truggy tires in the rear. So any 8 scale truggy tire and rim should work on the back of this. And that allows you, like we have a lot of guys that go out to Glamis, take this thing into the sand, they run paddles on it, run on the street with regular 8 scale Proline road rage tires. So there's a lot of cool options. So if you want to take it to the track, you can put a track tire. I mean, there's an infinite number of rear tires you can put on it. And the rear tires, what matters is this is a 2-wheel drive car.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just going to bring that up. Now, as we're talking, we're looking here. I'm looking at. Are these discs in here for the wheel metal?
No.
Okay.
This is a plastic wheel.
All right.
So
because they look metallic from in here, but they look
right,
cool.
Right.
In person, this thing has some real presence.
It does.
That's just. I mean, it's.
Yeah, nice aluminum chassis.
It's big.
It's got lots of suspension travel. I mean, this is something you can take out and bash on and just have a blast.
Waterproof electronics, obviously, you mentioned. This is not what they would consider a ready set. You still need to buy a battery and a charger.
Right. Well, ReadySet, Kyosho has a few different versions.
Yeah, I was going to say it gets a little funky.
So the older ReadySet models from Kyosho tend to not have batteries in them, and that's helpful in a car like this because they're not going to give you a quality battery in a car like this that's going to require a 4-cell
They're going to cut
LiPo.
a corner there.
Right. So
capacity. Yeah.
I mean, once you if it's this is probably not going to be anyone's first car, but
yeah.
If it is going to be your first car, then yeah, you're going to probably spend $800 or $900 on it for a decent battery and a charger, and that kind of takes away some of the value comparing it to an 8-scale car. But the other thing is that this comes as an electric and a nitro car, and that's just really cool. And the nitro car is fast too. The nitro car I think has a 28 in it. The clamshell body is bitching. Another neat thing with this is if you don't have a 4-cell, you can run 2-cell batteries. It has a single plug, but in the box they give you a Y connector so you can run dual 2-cells. If you want to. Also, the battery box is adjustable, so you can widen it and narrow it for different size batteries.
It's huge and a lot of room too.
Right, so this has enough room for a 6-cell in it already. So if you have a low capacity 4-cell or 2 small 2-cells, you can move the battery compartment in and out, so it doesn't give you any issues with the batteries moving around.
Now the other thing Kyosho goes out of the way to talk about is the side rail frame design.
Right.
It's very durable, but it's but just enough flex to bounce from collision, but very sturdy. Adds a lot more rigidity to it. Makes it feel a little more stable and solid.
Right. With RC cars, you always kind of fight this little balance between rigidity and flexibility in the car because if you have too much rigidity, stuff can break. When you have a really bad collision, you can break expensive stuff. But then you always want a little bit of give for a little more traction and also a little bit more flexibility. So when you do hit something,
it'll bend as opposed to break and shatter.
Right. Yeah. And this rail system does a good job of making the car rigid so it performs, but it also keeps the car flexible enough so if you bump into something. And this thing's beefy. I mean, it's got a big top plate here. It's really similar to a 10-scale buggy in the design where it's got the bulkheads up here, but everything is with the aluminum chassis. Everything's beefy on this car. Like I said, we have seen this car just take massive collisions.
And now we're going to take this out and thrash it. Cut to the montage. No?
Are we really?
No, I wish we were.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see his face light up? Oh.
I love driving this thing. It's awesome.
Wish we could. Sadly, we've got to sell this in the store, so we can't afford to. Believe me, I wish we could play with it.
But if someone came in and bought it, I'll be more than happy to drive it in the parking lot.
We'll show you how to use it.
Show you how it wheelies on 4S.
Yeah. So obviously, this is pretty outstanding. I mean, this is not new. It's been around for a while.
Right.
We just wanted to show it off because it's so ridiculously large and powerful and fun. And
it is. And every time we get someone who comes in here that wants a big car, and they're always like, well, I want a 5th scale, but I can't afford to spend $1,500. And we pull this thing out of the box, their eyes light up like crazy. They go, oh, I will take it.
Yeah.
Because that is what this car is. It's really a big car for people who don't really have big car budgets.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean this thing is cheap. It's still very expensive.
And still an excellent vehicle. You're not going to be shorting yourself if you settle for this as opposed to a $1,500 1/5 scale. So.
Right.
If folks want to come in and check this out in person, where can they do that?
5521 East Spring Street, Long Beach, California.
Nice. And if they can't make it here in person, they don't live nearby.
Shame on you.
Yeah, well, move to California. Trust me, move to California.
Right.
Much better here than on the East Coast. But if they can't make it here in person, can they call us?
When you're done shoveling snow, give us a call at 562-425-9000.
If you're too shy to pick up the phone and talk words into a phone, we do the social media thing as well. You can hit us up on Twitter. We're RC StreetShop, all one word. And, of course, we are on Facebook as well. It's RC StreetShop there. Like the page. Follow us there. We also do the YouTube channel thing. Obviously, you're watching this video, so like it. But more importantly, be sure to
subscribe!
Hit that subscribe button.
Hit it!
You guys continue to impress us. The interaction's been really great.
Make your mama proud.
Make your mama proud. Hit subscribe. We really appreciate you guys. Those of you who stopped in, it's been awesome. If you can't make it, like I said, hit us up on the social media. We're always happy to hear from you. And spread the word. Let folks know we're doing this. We're just discussing today how we're going to be expanding even more content on the channel. And we hope you're going to enjoy it. So I think that's going to do it for a video for this week.
Certainly is.
Thank you for watching.